Students, we have done step 1, 2 and 3. Now we are on the fourth one. Create a cursor instance. Now listen, when we are typing any query in MySQL, this query will be sent to the database server and result will be displayed in the database screen only, means in MySQL. Here we are sending query from Python, any type of query, DDL, DML, whatever command is, from Python to MySQL, front end to back end. So for that we need a cursor. A database cursor is a useful control of database connectivity. Whenever we are sending any query from Python to MySQL, it will fetch the result from there and it will fetch all together. But we want row by row. So for that we need cursor. Cursor is the object which bring row by row records from database to Python. I'll tell you the definition. A database cursor is a special control structure that facilitates the row by row processing of records in the result set. And for that you have to create the object. We will just write name of the cursor. Cursor equals to name of the connection dot cursor. Now here, this is the name of the cursor object which I have created. You can give any name, B, C, D, whatever you want. MyCon, if you have noticed the previous video, MyCon is the name of the connection object. This is the connection object which has the information of host, database, user ID, password, each and everything is saved in MyCon. So this MyCon is actually creating a cursor and this cursor is saved by the name B. Now what is the use of that? Whenever we are sending any query, that query will bring the result in cursor row by row, one row at a time. I hope I am clear. Now comes the fifth step, execute SQL query. This execute SQL query can be select command, it can be update, it can be insert, it can be delete, whatever you want your project to do. For that, what we have to use? We have to use execute method. This execute method is used by cursor and we have to write the query in that. You just notice this example. This is the name of the cursor which we have already saved here. This is the name of the cursor. Dot execute function is used to execute the query. And what is the query? Query is select star from data. It's not compulsory to use this query only. You can write select star from data where name equals to Anup. Select star from data where salary is greater than 20,000. According to your problem, you can write whatever query you want to send. Now by this command, actually this query from Python will be sent through cursor by execute method by using MyCon to the database server, and that result will be saved in the result set object. Now where is the result set object? So for that we have to study the result set. What is result set? Result set refers to the logical set of record that are fetched. Fetched means to bring from MySQL from the database by executing an SQL query and made available to the application program. It is just like a tabular structure which bring all the rows according to the query which we have written. Select star from EMP, and you already noticed last year we have studied EMP has 14 rows. So all 14 rows will be saved in the result set. And cursor, as the name suggests, cursor means arrow. Where is the cursor? So cursor always point towards the current row, present row. One by one it will go to the next like that. Is it clear? Now come to the sixth step, extract data from result set. Whenever we send any query to MySQL to database server, the result will be fetched in the result set. So we can use these four methods. Fetch all means all rows will be fetched. Fetch one, it will fetch only one row at a time. Fetch many, it will bring many rows, but you have to write how many rows. So if I am writing fetch many 3, so it will bring only 3 rows. Row count, it will help us to count the total number of rows in a particular result set. Now come to an example. You just see they have given a table. Are you able to notice the table? Roll number, name, marks, grade, section, project. All these things are given in the table. They are the columns. Name of the database is test and name of the table is student. Now full example I am giving starting from the MySQL connector. Just notice it. Import mysql.connector as SQL_TOR. This is the name of the connector. Now this connector will connect us to localhost. User is root, password is mypass. Your password you have to write. Database name is test. Again you can write your database name, and each and every information is saved in the connection object. If mycon is connected equals to false. What does it mean? If mycon is not able to connect, means it may be possible I have done here mistake, or I have done mistake here or here, anywhere, whatever, because it is case sensitive. So if we will do any mistake, so it will be specified. So if mycon is not able to connect, it will display an error message. And if it is not so it will just skip this one and come to the next one. This is the name of the cursor which I am creating. Since mycon has an entry information, so mycon.cursor, and it will be saved in the cursor variable. Now cursor.execute, and this is the query which I want to send from Python to MySQL. Now see, if I am using fetch all, we have studied 4 methods now, the fetch all I am talking about. Now see, after this line we will type this, any variable name. Okay, this is the name of the variable. You can take x, y, whatever. Cursor has the information full rows together. Cursor dot fetch all. If with cursor I am using fetch all, so what it will do? It will fetch all the rows, means all 7 rows will be fetched. Now see the output. Count equals to cursor dot row count. As I have told you, row count is used to count the total number of rows in the table. Now that will be, row count is counting total number of rows in the cursor, and that will be saved in another variable. Again you can name it y, it's up to you. Now it's just a print statement which is used to print the number of rows which is counted by the row count function. Now you see here, they are using a for loop. As you have studied, loops are used when we want to do something many times. So here also, as you know this thing, that we have multiple rows in this table and we want to fetch all the rows. And you know, cursor is fetching all the rows and it is saving in which variable? Data. So for row in data, again row, if you remember, we can use any variable name here because this is just for loop. We want to go to the next one, automatically it will go to the next one. So for row in data, data has the result. Data is actually the result set which has all the rows in that. Now print row. You can see the output. First, total number of rows retrieve in result set is 7. This message is coming because of this print statement, and this for loop, when go first time, row will be printed the first one, then it will go back and value of row will be 2. Again it will come down and it will print the second row, then it will be 3. Again it will come down and third row will be printed. Like that it will go on since we have used fetch all method. I hope it is clear. Now after fetch all, second one is fetch one or fetch many. Similarly, data equals to cursor dot fetch many 4. 4 is written. What does it mean? It will fetch only 4 rows. Now you can notice same coding is written here which we have already studied, but how many rows it is fetching? Only 4, and even row count is also giving 4 only. This is the basic difference between fetch all and fetch many. But if we will use fetch one method, it will fetch only 1 row at a time. That you have to take care. If you want only 1 row to be fetched at a time, so we will use fetch one method. Now full program is given over here. You can just go through it, and then if you have any doubt you can ask to me. Otherwise it's that only which I have explained to you. Even after writing the coding, they have given different outputs also. You can go through the output. Any problem you can talk to me. And the last one, as you know students, whenever we are utilizing any resources of the computer, we have to make it free. So after connectivity is over, we have to clean up the environment. If we will clean up the environment, memory will be free and the speed of the computer is also appropriate. So mycon was the name of the connection object, so we have to keep it close, and if we will not close it, so it will occupy the memory space, as well as any other person can use it and misuse it. So better, after completing the task, we have to clean up the environment. This is the last one. They have given different examples also, so that I will send you. You can go through it, and if you have any doubt, you can ask to me. Thank you.